You're watching KSHB TV Kansas City. This is 41 News at 10.
Beer is a $10 billion a year business.
But who really makes your favorite beer? 41 News Public Defender Kevin Petrin takes a look at a new Missouri law that requires beer companies to fess up about who really brews their stuff. Kevin.
Well, Tom, we've heard about Budweiser, Coors, Miller, but what about things like pale ales, stouts, and a bully porter? Well, they're called specialty beers or microbrew beers, but sometimes if you read the label, you'll find that maybe these special beers just aren't that special after all.
Tony Garcia likes beer so much, he brews his own.
The one that I'm making today is a mild ale.
And he's proud of what he makes.
Brewing beer has allowed me to become an artist. I've been able to create something for the appreciation of others.
He's even more proud of the labels he puts on his beer.
These are actually some of my first labels. This is a strawberry beer I made for Madonna. Metallica for the hard rock band Metallica.
There's no question about who made this beer. That's the same store you'll find here at Boulevard Brewery. With millions of gallons of beer in the making, this is beer drinkers' paradise.
We're really proud to say brewed and bottled in Kansas City, Missouri.
Check the label. Again, there's no question about where this beer came from. Specialty beers are a $2 billion a year business.
These so-called handcrafted beers usually cost a lot more than regular beer. But just because they look special doesn't mean they are. Sam Adams, the #1 seller, for example, is contract brewed by Stroh's. And the beer from down under, Foster's, is brewed up north in Canada.
That information hasn't been on the labels until now.
I think it's important that people know whether this beer is actually brewed, in small batches at the brewery owned by the brewers versus, do they contract it out.
Missouri law requires that brewers fess up to consumers about who makes the beer they're drinking.
Right Bass, which is the English-style pale.
That beer the guy drank before is the one that's going to sell the next one. It's not so much the label as it is what's in the package.
Boulevard's president, John McDonald, says the label law will set the record straight. But beer drinkers will have the final say about what's good and what's skunky.
Again, it's up to the beer drinker to decide, but now, in Missouri especially, you can find out the information you need to know by reading the label, and you can decide if you want a light beer, a Bud, or some specially handcrafted beer that really is. Tom, Elizabeth?
Just to clarify, you're not going to drink all those beers and then drive home, are you,
No,
Kevin?
no way.
Just checking.
Okay, thanks so much, Kevin Petrin.